Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Fantastic.
We're pretty excited.
Yeah, same here, definitely. Yeah.
We're excited about tonight. You know, it's last day of tour,
Yeah, it's a great way to end it. Really, really great way to end
and
it.
it's our EP release show.
Yeah.
You know, so we're taking centre stage. You know, we're headlining tonight, which we don't often get to do. We wouldn't normally really enjoy that yet at our size.
Yeah.
But the way this tour's worked out is everyone's had a chance to share the headline position on their night.
Has worked out really
so
well. Actually.
It takes away that kind of, I don't know, the size issue or like any sort of, you know, band size issue.
Kudos
which
to
is great.
Drew from Summerlin for sorting it all out as well. It has worked really well. There's been no sort of divide between bands or anything. It's been great, and we are really, really excited tonight for tonight, and you know, headlining that again. We don't usually get to do it, so it's going to be good. And we got a lot of friends coming down, so we're very, very excited.
We've got a lot of lovely faces coming down tonight.
Yeah.
So it should be a really, really interesting night, and we've had the three nights before tonight to get ready for it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can entertain them enough for tonight, and going to drop some new songs in, which we've just recorded.
Yeah.
Which aren't going to be released for a little while, so we'll see how they go down.
We're playing the whole of the Chasing Boats EP as well, so because we're trying to push the free download, which came out a few days ago. So
yeah, that's the main reason.
Yeah.
For this.
It's kind of straight rock. I mean, sometimes even we call it that. It's because, you know, a lot of the time we write music for the flow of it. You know, we like to write music that flows and
groove.
Like that's sort of groovy in a way. And we're trying to sort of develop that more. Even now from that EP, we're trying to put a bit more groove in there. And I can completely understand that sort of reference to straight rock. Really, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we don't try to. I don't know. It's a really difficult one to explain when you're so involved in it, because a lot of the emotions you have towards your music are just thoughts in your head, and it's hard to kind of vocalise them sometimes. Yeah. But we don't try. You know, we don't have the intention from the start to sort of go out and, I don't know, try and do something so ridiculous or so eye-catching that it, I don't know, that it could backfire. You know, what we do is we like to feel it, like we said before. We feel when we're writing the music. It starts from the groove, and it's built up from there. Really, there's not as much sort of, I don't know, unnecessary flamboyance or like I don't know, things for no need.
Yeah, definitely. Also, a lot of our songs sort of originate from acoustic guitar chord progressions as well. So
most things they start off. We write an acoustic song, and it builds in there. We just find it easier to like write vocal melodies and harmonies and stuff like that. It has like this really nice. You can create like it's more sort of jingly to begin with. Yeah. It's a lot more catchy.
It's great starting
when you build from that. Yeah. When you build from that, it means you can kind of decide from the start like how you're going to fine tune that song, and you can progress with that notion, as opposed to kind of just doing it all sporadically, and something might come into your head and we'll add that in. You know, it starts as an organic song that fills its purpose as an acoustic song, and then we build that, and it changes, and then we get surprised, and there's like some amazing serendipity and mixed with, you know, our intentions.
It's good as well because, I mean, we plan at some point, probably after our debut album drops, which will hopefully be next year, to do like an acoustic EP of some sort, with maybe taking some of our songs and then re-stripping it down, if you know what I mean, and doing some, you know, some piano and some acoustic guitar with some vocals, lots of harmonies.
Yeah, we're definitely not like a one-trick pony band. You know, there's a lot that we can offer.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's about timing and stuff. You know, we don't just want to chuck an acoustic EP out now or anything like that. You know, it's not the right time for it, but we want to build on it and make it something really special.
Yeah. So, I mean, we find that a lot of bands do acoustic EPs, but it's purely just taking their songs, putting it on acoustic guitar.
Which is fantastic to hear sometimes.
Yeah, no,
it's
absolutely.
Great, like, to hear new versions of a song that you love.
But, I mean, we'd love to... you know, get a whole range of other instruments in there, so like some cello or some double bass or something like that, and play that with the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, and really kind of something we were talking about before is getting a lot of just like friends involved as well in something like that, and not, you know, just keeping the band as like a band as just 5 people. You know, having it like expand into just your friendship group, and then you could create. You know, we want to create something with a lot of people where everyone's input is kind of like equally appreciated.
Definitely, yeah.
For me, It's kind of that like tingling sensation almost sometimes that you get. Do you mean that? I get that when we write something new, and when it's the harmonies. It's the harmonies when we're playing, and Rob and I put some harmonies together, and it all just suddenly syncs together. That they're the moments that I personally most love. I mean, obviously, there's nothing like playing live, but it's a different thing. That's like an adrenaline rush, and we live for that. That's an obvious one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always personally enjoyed going to a studio and tracking new songs, because you get to then look back over that whole process of where, in terms of us, we started that initial chord progression, and you get to work on a finished product, and then you get to hear that finished product, and you can see how it's developed over however much time, and then you feel like you've really earned something, and you've got your reward. And I mean, that's that buzz, isn't it?
It's that first time that the song's new for you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you spend a lot of time demoing it, and it becomes very familiar, and you kind of get used to it, and the thrill factor gets taken away so quickly. Definitely. And it's such a shame that happens to kind of the music you're writing, but it does. It's a natural thing. But then when you go to the studio and things come back, and all of a sudden it's 10 times bigger, and it sounds that much better, and it's just like, oh my god, fantastic! Like, that's great.
It's great playing like new tracks live as well. Obviously, that gives you a real buzz. Like I think that's one of the reasons this tour has been we've enjoyed this tour so much.
Yeah, mixed with the nerves if you're just going to totally mess it up, but it's the balance, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what makes
but I mean, we've played a couple of new tracks that no one's heard before every night on this tour, and it's made it so much more enjoyable, isn't it?
For ourselves.
Yeah, for ourselves, and hopefully for everyone else as well. But I mean, I can see, like, obviously when the audience doesn't know one of your tracks, I can see why that would be a bit annoying, and it might take some of the pace away from the set in a way. But
I think the aim when we play a new song live is if people watch, we're not expecting people to go mental for it, because you don't know it, you don't have that passion towards the song already because you don't know it. It's a natural thing. But if people can listen, and if I'm looking out and they're watching and listening, then I know that I've got them, or they're listening to that track, they enjoy it, which is.
I guess the hope is when you play a new track is for people to think, my God, I might not know this, but they've really stepped up, sort of thing, and that's what we aim to do when we play new tracks. Basically, just make people think, wow, they've really stepped up from the last EP or whatever. Because we're always looking to progress and develop as a band, obviously, like as most people would. Bit noisy, isn't it?
There's our drummer. Our drummer's behind you.
My name's Sam. I play drums in Thousand Autumns. We're playing in the garage tonight.
Dearest.
That's a really difficult question. I suppose, I don't know. I suppose a lot of people would say at this point, I want to headline Brixton Academy to a full room or whatever. But to be honest, for me, it's having people across the country or across the world, or it's just enjoying what we're doing. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to go...
Not being necessarily all about money as well.
Yeah, no, and
like, these days it's a lot harder for music in general to get anywhere. Like just a raw talent, just to genuinely get somewhere, it's usually, all of it's money based these days. Like if you don't have the money, then you're not going to get anywhere, and I'd wish that would change.
Yeah.
Wish that, to be fair, I wish raw talent would be noticed more and get the attention it deserves, instead of it just being more about what you can afford.
I mean, even for us at the minute, I mean, we've got a huge way to go in terms of some bands that we see that we idolise and the size they are and how established they are and what they're doing. We've got a huge way to go. But I mean, for me personally, I'm sure these guys as well, it's just seeing the people at the minute and the people that are coming down tonight, just watching us and enjoying our music, and people who have downloaded the EP, thank you very much. We do this for you, and we just, it makes us so happy that people actually want to download our music as opposed to sort of feeling obliged to or something like that. That people who want to download it and actually enjoy listening to it. That's great. That's the best feeling in the world, to me.
Yeah, I totally agree with these boys. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I guess a mixture of those things, but kind of carrying on from what Rob said. I think for me personally, when I can go to any town in the UK or even just any big town, and I know that we can play, and there'll be a small crowd of faces at the front, and they're singing the words back to me personally, my lyrics, things that I've written about, and obviously like the band that we've all put that effort in, and that they already know, like that, yeah, that like that says it all. Like, people, just that small amount of recognition, you know that you know that what you're doing and you're putting your heart and soul into something, and that can affect someone else, and in like a positive way, or even a negative way is fine. But no, it is like you've got to get a reaction, haven't you? Like,
Yeah. That's true.
to know that someone's has taken that time to listen to you and they like it. That's the thing. It's hard nowadays to know when you're appreciated, because things are desensitized, like with the internet and things. I believe that you don't get crowds of screaming girls coming up to you going, "I love your music." Like, so you can go through months where you don't get told anything positive, and you start to think, what am I doing? Like, not what's the point at all, but just like it gets you down.
There's definitely a lot more downs than ups being in a band.
Yeah, but then when you do, it's one of those things. The further down you go, like the higher the highs.
Makes you stronger.
Yeah, the few
Prepares you
ups
for the
just,
worst,
just make it worth it.
Recognition, a little bit of recognition, and some smiling faces at the front is like enough. Like, it's
already.
fantastic.
I mean,
I love it.
this EP release has shown us as well, in a way, hasn't it, that there is support out there. There's
Oh,
people
yeah,
that listen to our music, and people have been really, really supportive, and it's been absolutely great.
We've got people driving near to like 100 and something miles to come and see us tonight.
Coming down from what I see on Facebook, we've got like a group of people coming down from Scotland who really like us, coming all the way down tonight to see us.
People
So
came
that's-
over from
it's
Liverpool to Manchester yesterday as well. It's just great. It's unbelievable, like, to me.
So that process is starting, and that's like a hard thing to get your head around at the start of it. So yeah.